Hello, and welcome to another episode of The Naked Turner. Today I'm going to be turning a piece of walnut given to me by my friend Mark Bade. And he was gracious enough to give me this large chunk of walnut, and I'm going to try go at turning another piece out of it. I have turned a bowl from it, which I still have not yet to give to him, but as soon as we get a chance to see each other again, I'll be gifting him the bowl that I turned for him. This piece, let me pan over here. So this piece of walnut, what I'm going to end up with is something around probably 5¼ inches. Yeah, right around 5¼ inches tall, and it's about the same width. So what I'm going to try to do is turn a piece that's kind of rounded on the top with a small entry Hollowform hole, maybe like 1.5 inch, 2-inch hole on the top, and then a nice soft urn style shape. So I've got this sort of roughed in. I did notice there is a big split right here. This walnut there's a lot of splits in it, but what I'm going to try to do is turn away the outer edge. Always remember to read, understand, and follow all safety procedures for any tool that you're going to be using, and don't forget eye safety and face safety. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is start working on curving this outer edge, working on the outside shape of this vessel. I have this mounted to a faceplate with 6 very strong SDS lag bolts, and that is something that Lyle Jamieson has suggested, that anytime you're doing hollow forms, eliminate the potential of vibration from your scrolling jaw chuck by anchoring very firmly either directly to the piece you're turning or to a glue block that is glue blocked to your piece. Here a little bit. Alright, so now I've drilled a depth hole using my Forstner bit down to about 3/4 inch from the bottom of this vessel. And that will allow me to get in and hollow out this vessel more efficiently. I do have a couple little splits here. I've stabilized this one, but once I start doing some hollowing in here, I'm going to hollow down to about this point. Then I'm going to refine the bottom shape of this a little bit more. Then I'll continue hollowing all the way in. The reason I'm doing that is to keep a little more meat down here on the bottom so I get less vibration. This is all part of what some of the things that Lyle talks about on his website. So if you get a chance, go to lylejamieson.com, and he explains more in depth all these different ways of doing things here in order to have a more successful turning for hollow forms. I'm going to get his system set up now, and then we'll get to hollowing. Okay, here it is set up. Safety gear's on. My laser's pointing about 3/16 inch from the head of my cutter, and I can come in here now and start my hollowing process. I'm going to move this back just a hair. Alright. Okay, that feels pretty nice right in there. I can start refining the outer shape and then move my way down on the inside. Alright, so now I'm going to refine this outer shape here a little bit. just going to narrow it a tiny bit, and I have one little bit of a flat spot right in here that I'm just going to sort of bring in at this point. Okay, I'm just going to show you a little bit of the laser here on this side. I've got the outside edge now defined, my foot is on, and I'm real happy with the shape. Now I'm going to go in here, and as you saw that, I started this up with the tool inside the vessel. Now I would never do that holding that freehand, but because of the fact that this, first of all, the lathe is running real smooth, the piece is running real smooth, I have my laser pointer guiding me, and so as soon as my laser pointer is right at the outer edge of my piece, I know I've achieved the desired wall thickness, which right now is about 3/16 of an inch. The inside, there'll be a little bit of feathering to do inside of there, but that just kind of shows you how easy it is. Once that laser gets to right there where it's just disappearing and I see it down here on my lathe bed, I know that's as far as I need to go. Sorry about the lighting here, but I'm shooting outside and I don't have a great fill light here for the front, but it is helping you see the laser, so it's a bonus. Alright, I have this hollowed out to the desired depth, and everything's feeling really good. A little more sanding to do just up here inside of the very lip, and to do that I already used this stick here with sandpaper on it to get up in here and sand in there. And now I'm just going to sand right here around the inside edge of this lip. I'm putting some sanding sealer on this now. Shellac and denatured alcohol 50/50. And it's all stabilized and sealed up, and now sanding sealered, and there's a couple more little cracks out here around the rim, but I think they're going to be okay. So I'm going to put a couple coats of this sanding sealer on inside and outside, and then I'll do some wet sanding with walnut oil and part this thing off, and I'll show you some pictures of the finished product if everything turns out well. Thanks again for watching another episode of The Naked Turner. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and a like, share. If you're not a subscriber, please click subscribe and become a subscriber. And if you are a subscriber, thank you so much for your continued support with regard to my channel. And Mark, I really like this piece of walnut. It's got some beautiful color in it, some nice grain, and hopefully in a few minutes I'll have this parted off here and I'll post some still images. Thanks again for watching. Safe turning. Okay, so here it is, several coats of finish on it. It feels so nice and soft and smooth. And now what I'm going to do is part this piece off, bringing in my tool rest and a little below center for this particular diamond parting tool. Finish the bottom with some hand sanding, but there it is. I'll take some still images of this and post them at the end. And like I said, if you enjoyed the video, please give me a like and share and become a subscriber if you're not already. Thanks again. Safe turning.